Well, the situation between the Democratic People's Republic of Korea and the United States continues to heat up as the DPRK continues to test more ballistic missiles, and many of them now intercontinental ballistic missiles. Now, the U.S. response to Pyongyang's missile program has always been very hostile, and the United States has warned for some time that it would resort to a military action in order to stop the DPRK from developing the technology any further. Now, for the U.S., Tillerson took to the public to say to the DPRK that, and said to North Korea, "We are not your enemy. We are not your threat." Which is really funny because the two countries are still technically at war, but we're supposed to believe that we're supposed to take Tillerson at his word and that the U.S. is not the enemy of the DPRK, even though they've been at war for more than 50 years. And the U.S. is constantly carrying out sanctions and all kind of hostile acts against the DPRK. Well, if that's the case, and they're really not the enemy of the DPRK, then by all means, please sign some kind of peace treaty and end the war. But he said North Korea continued to produce an unacceptable threat to the United States and to the stability of the region. And Tillerson that said that he expressed the hope that Washington and Pyongyang can get together and resolve their issues through negotiations. And by negotiations, he means the United States having the DPRK surrender their nuclear deterrent against invasion so that Tillerson can eventually, in someday, order an invasion of the DPRK. We would like to sit and have a dialogue with them about the future that will give them the security they seek and the future economic prosperity for North Korea. Of course, this idea is simply laughable. If economic stability was what the U.S. wanted for the DPRK, then they would stop placing sanctions on them to try to disrupt their economy. If this were the case, they wouldn't be constantly threatening them, carrying out operations to undermine their country, to undermine their economy. I mean, this is a complete lie coming from the United States. This would almost seem like a capitulation on the side of the U.S. Well, we've been doing this for all this time, so just come to the table. We're not your enemy. Or like okay, we're ready to talk peace now that you have the capability of setting our country on nuclear fire. But that's really not the case. I mean, these are completely hollow words coming from the United States. They very much are the enemy of the DPRK. The United States is the enemy of the world, the global proletariat, and especially the DPRK, which is an incredibly oppressed country as a result of U.S. actions. So this new statement by Tillerson that the United States is not the enemy of the DPRK is outright ridiculous, and frankly, one of the funniest statements I have ever heard come out of the Trump administration, which is actually really saying something.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.